Hi everybody, it's Diane back once again. We're here to make mini moo cards, which are 1 1/4 by 2 3/4. They're not too popular. They never really caught on. But for me, I really like the size. And why I'm doing this, I was thinking of doing inchies. I haven't done inchies for a while. Okay, let's do that. I thought of that like yesterday, and then today I was thinking, man, inchies are so small. Let's skip it. Okay. I know, mini moon cards are a little bigger. Yeah, good. I like that size. Good, good, good. Well, I had some extra from cutting these, so I'm gonna make a few inchies anyway. But I have main images. I already cut the cards. This is an old file folder. So we're looking for background things. And if you look up mini moon cards on YouTube, you find, oh, I don't know, 8 or something like that videos about it. And 3 or 4 of them are mine. So yeah, they're not real popular. But like I said, for whatever reason, for me, I like the size. Okay, that's sort of interesting. Because they're a little wider, obviously, than an inchie. A lot longer. So you have a little more room to groove. The images you choose can be larger than an inchie. And you can do anything with these. You could do with a journal card or an ATC. And that is off a little bit. Okay, well, we'll just start with that. Okay. You can punch a small hole and make them tags, gift tags or for a journal. You could add them to collage work, note cards. Well, what about yellow? Because it is yellow in the background, it's not white. Okay, that's close enough. And if you're saying, well, what are mini moo cards? Why are they called that? I don't know if I'm the person to ask. It's my understanding that there was a company, MOO, that was selling business cards this size. And then some crafty people started collaging, painting, etc. on the backs of them to make them kind of like ATCs. I think that's the story. I'm not 100% sure that's correct. If you know, please leave it in the comments. But yeah, I don't know why this, never really caught on too big. Except I really like the size. They are small still. I mean, maybe that's just too small for a lot of people to want to work with. I'll give you that. So far, these images are scrapbook paper. I have some old pattern girls coming up. I have a magazine. Otherwise, I think it's all scrapbook up here. Well, we're not finding too much for this one. Um, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm going to do about, and I'm the only one I see that says, sorry, I brushed the camera. Maybe I should change my uh, channel name to that. All right, I think what's bugging me about this one is it is actually tan in the background. See that? Well, yeah, what are you going to do about that? think we're going to do something like that. Okay. I don't know, I think this is part of an envelope. It's not too far off from the file folder color, is it? And as far as I know, mini moo cards can be like ATCs. You can, collage them, paint them, mix media them, do anything you want. What about that? That would be cool. It's short, Diane, I know. I won't worry about that here. We'll worry about that there. And I don't know how many cards I cut, and I don't know how many images I have. Well, then I was thinking tissue, pattern tissue. And this stuff better start behaving, or I'm going to toss it. I got a big piece of it. And I know it's not folded properly. I'm well aware of that. But it keeps sort of unfolding and being in my way. And cranky Diane is going to get mad at it pretty soon. Alright. Well, alright, as long as this wad of tissue is here, do we want any of the pattern girls on that? There are a couple, let's see, if you really want to know, these are pattern, these are magazine. Kind of boring. Kind of boring. That's okay. I'll put her on one. What about these? It's okay. No, I'm not thrilled. Okay, go back over there to being a problem. And I don't have to find all the backgrounds with you guys right now, I guess, right? You understand the process. Not really, Diane. No one understands your process. It's not bad. Okay. My process is I just hunt around until I say okay. That's pretty direct and simple, isn't it? Well, do we want this for anything else? No. This one, that's actually, it was an ad. And yeah, it's small. You can't really tell detail, but it was ribbon knitting into a garment, no less. I don't know. Okay, okay. Well, is that interesting or yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, just don't say or, just I kind of like it, so just go with it. Well, this wouldn't go on there, would it? Well, I don't love it. It's okay. Oh, she said okay. No, and yeah, this one, I was having trouble, like when I fussy cut all this stuff. I got too close to the handle here. I don't know what was going on. Just having an off day, I think. But anyway, try to remind me of that so I could put a flower over that or something so we can conceal the fact she had an off day. Well, it may go on that just because I'm not finding anything else. I don't have to use scrapbook paper. Could use magazine or paint or different things, but since these are scrapbook papers, I just kind of feel it, you know, kind of all goes together. Well, okay, I can't find anything else for that. All right. Okay, how about we'll brush the camera. Okay, when I shut it off, I'm going to try to goof around and try to raise it or something. This is getting ridiculous. What else do we have here? Well, I have a violin, or I don't know, I think it's a violin. But yeah, it's a tad long. So naturally, she's thinking of sheet music. Okay, we'll do it this way. I could cut that tighter, that would help. Oh, yay. It was hard enough to cut out that way. All right, I'll do one more with you guys. What do you want? How about this cute little, it's the bird faux postage stamp. That's scrapbook paper too. No. Well, that's okay. Is there anything greenish? No. Come on. There's nothing greenish in this box. No, that's almost invisible. Invisa stamp. That's pretty. All right, I'll leave this where I know where it is, and then maybe that can go somewhere because this is a little short. Okay, so then we have the other ladies, and then this was a scrapbook paper that it was Alice in Wonderland themed, but as you can see, we have a coffee grinder. I don't know why, and I don't know, dear. Is that a dirigible or a zeppelin or a blimp? My husband, years ago, he was mansplaining to me. Now I don't remember why. The difference between a dirigible and a zeppelin, and like, you know, I'm supposed to care. So to this day, we still laugh about that every time, you know, something like that comes up. Is it a dirigible? Okay, you go contemplate that thought-provoking question. I'm going to find backgrounds for this stuff, glue it all down, trim it, and then we'll come back and accessorize. Hang on. Okay, I raised the camera arm. I hope that doesn't affect the audio. I pieced together a few, I glued a couple, all the rest had backgrounds down. So here we are. Let's just pick it up. Just grab one. Well, she is right by those triangles. I don't really like that. Now you're covering up the triangles. Well, I'd like it better though. All right. I don't know. A sewing route, is that too obvious? Buttons. Mm. Flowers. This would match. I did grab ribbon. I have washi not too far away. Yeah, it matches nicely. We need a second one over here. Well, let's try a blue one. There is a small one in there, but let's try blue just to be different. I don't know if that another one of those rust color flowers would just be too dull. All right, what if we split it? Well, we'd have to anyway, but split it and then put half on the other side. Okay, I like that. All right, let's just leave that. I decided if I want a word, which I may do with her, I'm going to do that off on my own. I always hunt and hunt and hunt for words, and it just never works. Well, you think I'm going to say that's kind of cute just the way it is. If you think that, you're right. Let me grab the ribbon box. You know, something like that, in a case like this, I should say, I think it looks nice. It doesn't need a whole lot. Then don't. I could make it be a gift tag. You know, just write happy birthday or print or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to find a blue that's sort of like that. That's okay. If that's all you had, that's the only ribbon you own, I'd accept that. But as you can tell, oh, you can't tell. As you could tell, it's not the only ribbon I own. Okay, what about a green? If that's the only ribbon you own, that would be okay too. Well, how boring would white be? Oh, that's kind of pretty. I'd say so far that's the winner. Okay, what about more like a rickrack or something? This just is kind of not working. It's gonna take me all week to finish these at this rate. Yeah. Well, what about this stuff? This was a thrift store purchase. No, that matches so well you don't see it. Okay. That's okay. What about this? Well, no. If you want to do that too, feel free. Am I going to have to stop this segment? This is so boring and dumb. Oh, I don't know. Well, okay, you're so smart. What would you do with this? No, it's too bold. Oh, Diane, would you just pick something or move on? And we can't hear you because you moved the camera. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to think about that. Maybe make that like a birthday tag or something. If I do, I need to leave room to make a hole in the top. So as long as I spent that much time with that one, we'll just move on. By the way, that's wrapping paper. I don't think I pointed that out. No, you don't see it. Well, as long as I have this box open, is there anything in here? That's kind of interesting. All right, I'll do that, but it needs something with it on the bottom. What is this? Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, I'll put that with it. Okay. But we need something else. Unless I want to make it a tag too. What about a tacky sunshine up in the top? And I know I have some. I just saw it. Paper. Here we go. Are these too big? Whoops. I could trim it down. You know, if these spikes are too big, I could just trim them in. That's kind of cute. Okay, we'll do something cool with that. Oh, our dirigible Zeppelin. Well, I don't think a tacky sunshine with a smiley works for this. I suppose you want to do something silly and nutsy, that would be okay. I thought I had in the baggy thing, um, it was sort of like a rivet here. I guess they're buttons. Well, I don't know. I guess they're buttons, but they look rivety. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't match anyway. All right, that was a good thought. That's okay. I don't really like it. All right, let's go XYZ in case it's a Zeppelin. Okay, now are any of you, and I think I can answer this for you, going to run off and look up Zeppelins and dirigibles and stuff when this video is done? I'm not. I still don't know the difference. I don't care. I admit it. There's something dark behind there. I don't know if black is too dark. Ick. That's not dark enough. Probably ick. Actually, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but no. That's good. Come on. I think wider. Okay, that's better. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What do you put with a Zeppelin? A guitar and music notes and stuff for Led Zeppelin? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I really don't know. All right, girl. Well, maybe she needs pattern tissue under her now. We need something that has a little bit of printing on it, I would say. Oh, arrows. More unwieldy tissue there. Get over there. Well, okay. You talked her into that one. If this was here. Well, the ever popular flower route, maybe. She looks like she could use a phrase or a word, don't you think? Yeah, I don't know what kind of flowers. She's blue and red there in the print of that top. Oh, I have big blue flowers here. That's not going to cut it. I have blue and pink. That's not going to cut it. This probably would not work, but let's see. If I cut around, leaving some of the blue. No, I don't like it with that paisley. Well, okay. Maybe she should get a bird or something like a butterfly because I don't like the flowers with the paisley. And those are over there. I don't know about that one. Well, another potted plant that Diane's going to hunt and hunt and hunt for stuff. What about a rickrack, that color, which I know I've got wider. I don't think I have a narrow. Well, I have this right here. No. We have orange gingham. That's okay. Okay. I'm not going to hunt. That's fine. Well, what should we do with this? That looks like it needs a flower or a bird or a butterfly on top, don't you think, in this area? Okay, we'll do the bird. Yeah, I won't put a flower on it. I know those kind of plants don't get flowers, right? Ah, coffee grinder. Very good, Diane, you're right. Well, yeah, well, I'm looking in flowers. Okay, what would you put with that one too? Yeah, some of these are tricky. What's going on? Okay, the colors are good, but I think it looks too modern and abstract next to the coffee grinder. Is that what you thought? No, too. That's good though. Put that flower on the other side. That's too big. Looks like a tire track. what if we put a ribbon or a word or something in the middle of it? That's a thought. Well, here's blue flowers. No, I don't like those with her either. Okay, fine. And wouldn't it be funny if, because moving the camera, you really can't hear me and I have to voice over all this stuff? Well, maybe it would be better. All right, what about these? Whoa. That's kind of nice. All right, one of those. Maybe a word. Do we need something on top, though, that's a little dull? There's nothing there. What about leaves? This color is really nice for that. I'm gonna make me cut way in here. Yeah, that's good. But I definitely would at least need a second one because now you have like these two things. I don't like the way that looks. You could cut a shape like this out of just plain paper too. Although these do have a little bit of shading and a little bit of veining there. Can you see that? Yeah, we see a big shadow, Diane. Yeah, between your bumping the camera and your lighting, I don't know. Okay, I'll do something with that. All right, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I don't know. All right, how about one more? And then we'll just pick it up with a show and tell. You know, she almost looks like she should be on a Halloween thing and being a little spooked, don't you think? Should I do that just to be funny? Let's see if I can come up with anything else first. Yeah, what would you put behind her? Just flowers? Or a spooky bat or spider? That's what she looks like. And I think you brushed the camera, Diane. Maybe I'll just tape it to the ceiling and then we won't have a problem, huh? Okay. No, no, okay. I don't know what to do with her either. These are kind of tricky. Are there any decent words on here? Dicarboxylic acid. Dice. That's safe at least. It's a little too whitish. That's better. Maybe you need some kind of jazzy something on the bottom, just because it's so dull. You could certainly go with jazz, dull and not jazz it up. I'm trying to say, no, not that. That's interesting. I don't know if just a plain color, though, is what I really want. Now, here's more buttons. Well, Diane, you're not showing us anything. Yeah, I know. Well, it's the same bag. We still can't see it. Oh. That's better than this. And I guess it's not too jazzy, but it's dark. Does that count? I guess jazzy isn't really an approved art term, is it? You know what I mean, though, don't you? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we'll do that. Ooh, this is neat. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? We don't know, Diane. It's all dark. All right. Well, what else does she want, though? That's still kind of dull. What about a ribbon along the bottom of the border there? I will say, this type of project, when it's so small, the way I do it anyway, which maybe you shouldn't go by me, but yeah, I tend to add borders more so, that type of thing, as opposed to, a lot of other objects. Does that make sense? No, that you could do that. I'll allow it. It's just a little too much. Well, I think that's sort of the choices. All right, one more. Let's try red. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm going to pause here and finish these off and then come back days from now and you can see them. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm back. It is days later, but only because I was waylaid with other stuff. It wasn't my fault. Otherwise, this really only would have taken like to the next day, but that's neither here nor there. Here they are. I did make a tag out of this one. That's fine. It's pretty. Some of these are relatively simple. Some are more, detailed. I don't really remember now what we were working on together. I know you didn't see that one. There's that one finished. I remember that one. These two are kind of a match set. There's seam binding sewn on those. That one's kind of simple, but it's cute. That one. I did add the heart to the coffee cup just because it was on the same paper as these flowers, so why not? Cute. It's a real pressed flower and then a real pressed flower petal on this one. This has a real pressed fern leaf. That one I just kind of didn't know what to do with it. So we added a phrase. It's a Tim Holtz. colored in the windows of this because otherwise it was kind of dull and I didn't know what else to do with it. This one's kind of cool. She got a word. Are these all glaring? I'm gonna have to look at this video. This one was hard. Flowers did not look right with that paisley fabric at all, so that's why we went with buttons. This one was hard too. I did not totally fussy cut that violin for obvious difficulty reasons. So it was a white edge that stuck out too much. So I inked the edge. Okay, better. The sheet music was too busy. Okay, we just sewed that down better. Now what are you going to put with it? I don't know. But for some reason, a bigger flower looked pretty nice. So in the end, it's okay. This is the only one that has paint on it. I spattered a little blue paint because there's a blue. I can't tell without my glasses. You tell me, is that a flower? We'll say it's a flower back there. This one, we cut out the Mad Hatter. I don't know if you remember, it was like a card like this. But I cut him out because I found this ticket I had and not cut out. It was just too big. It was taking up too much real estate on the ticket, so. And then I have mini tickets too. I just have everything, don't I? Okay, we have dirigible, blimp, airship, and zeppelin. So we're all covered there. And if you want a big definition on all that, go ask some guy. Okay, I did change this one. And I'll give this girl lots of credit. I would not just be looking a little startled at a spider like that. But it's coincidentally enough, I had just seen that spider when I found like this and that. They're old McCall's ads. It was for yarn. Anyway, so I remember that, so I went back and got it. And then this red was supposed to be her, if you recall, originally, or maybe you didn't know. I don't know now. But anyway, so we had to find something to use with the red card, and we came up with that. Okay. Well, it took longer than I wanted, although it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't my fault. Okay, everyone, mini moos. I do like the size. They're not, oh, I didn't show the inchies. They're not super little like the inchies. And I did those two. There's ribbon back there. It's real rickrack. That's just pen on the bottom to sort of look like the roof. Okay, these two. Because inchies, I I think they're cute. I really like them. But to find little stuff to go with already little stuff, it's not easy. You have to be in the right frame of mind to make inchies, I think. So the moves are just that much, longer, bigger. They're a little easier. Okay, thanks everybody. I hope you have a nice day.